Nexus episode 4. I will be watching it from Funimation's website. And I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, and go. Oh yeah. I never get sick and tired of looking at Funimation's logo. Just looks kawaii as hell. Oh yeah, the cliffhanger from last week when you had Yui to set up the battle Nagi. I'm actually pumped up to see this. The thing is, though, in this circumstance, I don't think he'd say anything regarding whether he's involved in research or not. Oh! Okay, I kind of like how now shit's in the fan now. I don't think he's gonna have the luxury. Oh, yo, I gotta say, what a cowardly way of taking it. Just running away like that. I mean, hey, considering what went down in the previous episode, it was bound to happen where you're gonna have some of these fighters going up against each other. I find it hard to believe that Nagi's doing it of his own free will. My guess is he's being mind controlled. Yeah, because Yuito and Nagi were way. And I fucking love this opening! Oh! Definitely one of the anime openings that I actually listened to the full version of my own free will. And I don't mind a single freaking bit doing that. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, who the hell cannot like the epicness of the opening? Of like the high energy vibes, the grandiose music. I mean, honestly, as far as anime openings go, you really can't ask for more than that. Now, though, the question for the series is going to be, because honestly, the action in the opening looks so high octane and epic, but so far, at least in the episode, the animation doesn't look by all means terrible, but it definitely looks like it's lacking in comparison to some of the earlier episodes of Scarlet Nexus, where episode 1 didn't really have any scenes that looked visually off. Alright, now it is back. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. That further confirms that there's no fucking way that Nagi's doing this of his own free will. Because it doesn't feel like Nagi would search someone else without knowing their motivations. I kind of feel sorry for this brother right here. And the dude doesn't die straight up. You can feel the brotherly love radiating from the screen. Oh. I mean, it seems like there's really nothing else. The question is, if he wants to know the truth, what's going to be the cost? Yeah, exactly! The cost of how many lives just to get to the truth? I hope the ends justify. Well, no, I actually hope they don't, because I want to see Kasane and company succeed. The thing is, though, even if Nagi finds out at the very least, Yuito instantly noticed that something is off when it comes to Nagi, in that he's not all in there. Okay, looks like they physically enhanced his body because at least a few episodes ago, it didn't seem like Nagi was in a different tier of strength from Kasane or Yuito. It seemed like Yuito and Kasane were stronger. Wait, is that in others? Like a bill? Yeah, it looks like it was all red strings. Yeah, I don't think that'd be the best time of letting his guard down. Don't get me wrong, I can understand why he would. Because Nagi's packing a lot of power. Oh no, that was a badass save. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because Nagi didn't show off this kind of power in previous episodes. At all. That's if, say, Yuito can gain control over his own body or thoughts, though. That's a big if. I like how Seto's taking it like a man. But in saying that, I think it would have been easier on Commander Seto if Kasane. Oh. Yeah, it would have been easier if Kasane and Yuito would have just dodged to a different spot, because don't get me wrong, that was a cool scene, but they really pinned Seto in a freaking corner there. Because Yuito could have just as easily carried Kasane into his own arms and I gotta admit, that is cool as fuck. Okay, now it's reasonable as to why he took the attacks then. But damn, talk about maximum selflessness, actually taking the hits just to have mind control the Nagi, let his guard down to knock him out. That's actually a pretty damn cool feat. Okay, yeah, fine, the background looks a bit off. Thankfully, though, at least it's not the main emphasis on the episode. I'm just gonna mention that. Because some animes I've seen do have cool looking background fights in this season, like Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. Okay, look at the portal to another dimensional world is being opened up, going by that huge amass. Hope for their security among us as other being summoned. Okay, it looks worse than that though. Well, no, I don't think Yuito's gonna straight up die. He's the main character in the series. Or Kasane, they're just too important to die. I can understand maybe everyone else dying, but not those two. Hopefully Nagi comes to his senses. Yeah, it looks like it because I don't think they'd be emphasizing that lingering shot on Seto if Nagi didn't come back to his senses, although you never know. I'm assuming Scar, dude. Yeah, he did. Okay, I had a feeling he knew what was going on, considering that he was the only one out of all that looks calm regarding the circumstances. Oh, now this dude's regretting his actions? Talk about a bit too late if you're asking me. But yeah, I guess better late than never. Well, you know, worst case scenario is set to just get sucked in. Whatever's on the other side, there's still going to be Yuito and Kasane. So it could be worse. Fuck, and only the guy with the teleportation, I believe, would have shown up just a few more seconds sooner. But I'm not going to blame him. I mean, he was involved in a big battle against his own brother, so... It ain't really his fault, considering the circumstances. Just shitty luck. And the thing is, I don't think anybody would want to venture to go inside there without any bit of knowledge. Feels like it'd be too risky to test that out. Best hope is just hope that Yuta and Kasane can come back from whatever the hell that dimension. Wait, what's with all the red strings? Unless they're going to be transported into a facility that develops those other creatures. Or some kind of enemy base. Unbeknownst to them. Biggest question is, why does it seem like those two are the only ones that are currently conscious? Because they're not showing any of the others that were transported to that place. Because I don't see Seto unless they're trapped or something. Yeah, because I don't see Seto or the other ground level troops. Maybe it is Yamiko, for all I know. You know, those kind of look similar to the red strings that were emanating from Nagi's body. I think at that point, whatever Kasane was dreaming, it's more on the line of a nightmare than a normal dream, if you ask me. But the biggest question is, how the hell did Yuito get back? But not Kasane, unless being able to get back just depends on the strength of your willpower. Or some kind of other reason. The thing is, well, I'm not gonna blame him. He probably has the mindset if he can go in there, he can get out, even though, yeah, that girl does have a point. I mean, Genma kind of did prove it that by trying to save Seto afterwards. At least Genma is acknowledging he fucked up. Doesn't make what he did right, but it's a start! Oh boy. Already giving me some mirror vibes there. It's actually quite surprising, all things considered. Because Yute is a complete badass now. That looks completely healthy. But it does give Yuito a nice bit of characterization. Additionally, it's nice to see what type of things he went through when he was younger. Hey, it's actually realistic. Not everyone's gonna be gung-ho about Genma joining their side. And I love how they represent it visually. You got one girl in Unity near Genma's side, at least visually, while you have the other girl a bit farther away. So I like even the visual cues and the storyboarding in the episode. And the directing efforts too. At least for that specific scene. That sounds pretty fucked up, if you ask me. Oh boy. And I'm assuming that's what Nagi went through, because that sounds like exactly what Nagi went through. Because he was not acting the same. Yeah, even like the shaking in her voice, as you can tell, that he knows it's probably what they made Nagi go through. Okay, that's actually what makes the series more fucked up. Not only do they have to deal with others, they gotta deal with whatever the hell the government in this series puts their comrades through too. That's what the dude looks like he's in his late 30s. Not even close to hitting 50. Oh. At least that explains Genma's desperation in the previous episode. Yeah, I think Genma fell way too easily in believing that. But that's life. Sometimes you believe the words of other people, even though sometimes there is no proof. It's just sometimes it's so tempting to believe gossip. shit. I mean, things are already bad, but then with, like, a lot of the electronic stimuli going off, oh boy. I mean, thankfully, at least the majority of the populace seems to be in shelters, so it could be worse. Speaking of which, it makes me wonder how deep into this shit Yoto's brother's in. Because there seems to be something fishy regarding the brother, too. I wonder what he means by this time. Could there be some kind of like travel elements involved, or is it something else entirely? Or at the very least, Kasane doesn't seem like she's endlessly trapped by the red strings. So yeah, the situation could have been worse. With any luck, hopefully they'll find Setsu. Because they're going to need every bit of backup that they can get. Kind of is like a world with the apocalypse hit in with like the red visuals on the sky there. The red blackest visuals. Damn, it's a shame that there's no Seto in sight though. Because of all of them, feels like he's the one that's in needing of immediate. Who the fuck is this? Gee, I want to know his story. He looks like a freaking badass. Oh man, it's gonna make the wait for next week a lot more rougher when it ends on a cliffhanger like that. But then again, I'm not gonna blame him for doing painful cliffhangers. Because series, they need a hook for its viewers, so. As much as I say I hate to go through cliffhangers, part of me deep down kind of enjoys it because they kind of do act as a hook that almost always never fail to gain my interest. So, even bad animes can be entertaining as long as the cliffhanger hooks are absolutely badass. I'm not saying it makes all bad anime entertaining, but it can make some of them entertaining, just depending on the context. Now, if I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I thought it was actually a good episode. And I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Because even though, yes, the animation was, admittedly, it was pretty bad this week, at least the bits involving Naga utilizing his wind attacks, they looked good. So, at least there were moments in the animation. Oh, okay, PV time. Okay, looks like the good animation quality is back because it'll go when it comes to episode 5. Cutting the revolt. Okay. No, seriously, it looks a step above episode 4. And that explains why, at least this current episode had a downgrade, because it looks like they're just saving their epic shit for next week, which, hell, going by the concept, that makes sense. Now, aside from that, though, there were actually things I really liked about this episode. Every scene involving Nagi had tension, because even though, yes, it made sense that they manipulated his mind, It still made for an entertaining episode, just given the fact how much emotion was involved. Seeing the distress on Yunito's face, it just elevated the scenes for me. And there were other bits in this episode that I also liked too, from a story standpoint. For one, I like how it's at least implying that when it comes to the Sumargi family, there's something dirty about them, and there's more to them than meets the eye. Because that adds extra layers of tension to the series, because they don't just have to worry about the external other threat, they gotta worry about the government and some of their operating branches too. So that's something I actually really liked about this episode. Because, yeah, they emphasized it in the previous episode, but this episode is just showing how deep shit could potentially go. That's why I thought I did a good job of increasing a bit of the tension narratively. Now, from a character standpoint, that's where I also dug it. I like how in this episode you have Genma acknowledge that he fucked up. And he tried to make up for it by trying to save Seto in the middle bits of the episode. Well, yes, you could argue that it was a bit abrupt, and it kind of makes you question, why didn't Genma ask for more proof that Seto was involved in research? So, while, yeah, a bit of the writing in the episode was a bit nonsensical, for the most part, the episode was logically consistent. Only a few bits like that existed overall. And on top of that, something else that I find in this episode a bit lacking sometimes is the action choreography, because it makes the script look off. Because it makes you wonder, in those scenes where the blades were hitting Setsu, why didn't you just block the blade attacks? You could have just as easily looked at where the blades were hitting, and you could have protected Seto with his telekinesis abilities or something, while Seto was blocking the energy blast from Nagi. Like, there are certain bits in this episode where it's like, that's not a script issue, that's more of a directing, storyboarding issue, that kind of make you take a little bit of pause, but for the most part, it was entertaining, because I do like the developments of Genma acknowledging that he fucks up. I like getting a bit of characterization for the past of Rainbow Yuta, where he acknowledges that in the past he wasn't the healthiest individual. That was actually something nice to learn. And while the animation wasn't pretty, at least the artwork was on model, and the voice performances were great. And that's why if I had to rate the episode overall, I gotta go with the solid 7 out of 10. For at least above average. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe, and I will see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.